question. You answer the question.
You're not running this interview.
All right, then the interview's over.
Oh, incredible. Amazing. Amazing. The way he got up, that little arm wiggle, zesty as hell. Into the sauce, into the weeds. Dave Portnoy explodes after anti-Semitic sign is shown in a Barstool bar. I covered this yesterday, obviously, completely unacceptable, of course. As you guys know, I'm not allowed to do such things. But there was apparently this other situation where ABC begged Dave to do an interview by his own words, his own statements. Okay. And since it was local, I agreed. Then the reporter tried to say Barstool and I and white men were responsible for the incident. Austin started recording once it got contentious.
First of all, what time is it? It is 7:15. I'm out here in beautiful Scottsdale for the
party here now. What do you think of that? Why is it that every time I bring up Tectone, someone immediately comes in here to be like, "Oh, the Diddy." Yeah, dude, I broke up with one of my girlfriends. Something you will never experience. Sorry to show you the cold hard truth for a moment there, because she wanted to go to a Diddy party. Yeah, I guess I had the foresight,
The Bet Gala tonight.
Don't sag me after that. Don't hit me with the, I was just reading what people said, sag.
And obviously this thing at the bar, the Jews sign, the anti-Semitic sign at my bar, still going. So all press being like, will you talk about it? Yeah, I'll talk about it. So ABC News.
It's not that they're misrepresenting your Coachella after party statement. Yeah, no, I went to a party at Coachella, and I also was grossed out by it. And the party was thrown in part by P. Diddy many years ago.
Philadelphia. They reach out. They beg me to do an interview. They give me the reporter's name. It's some report.
What grossed me out was like, I talked about this years ago on stream about how like it weirded me out. I had consumed some very legal mushrooms, very legal shiitake, I think, or maybe portobello. And I went into the backyard, and there was this like tent style structure that they had built in the backyard. I mean, it's like one of those like advertising parties. You know what I mean? Like it's like sponsored by, I don't know, Pepsi or some shit. Like it's just how it is in Coachella. And I went to this backyard where there was a gazebo. And I looked up at the gazebo, and they had this like crazy, crazy projection at the roof of the gazebo, and it was like this child. And I think they had like made this. It was a young boy. It was like an AI video, and this was before AI was popping, so I thought it was like extra weird. It was like maybe CGI. Yeah, it was like a young boy and then a young girl like opening up a Christmas present, and I was like, is Alex Jones right? Is Alex Jones actually right? What is going on here? And I left. And I thought it was weird. And I reflected on it. And I explained it to you guys on a stream in like 2019 or something.
And then they do a bait and switch. And a new reporter shows up to do it this morning. She starts like, okay, fine enough. Asking questions about the bar. How did it happen? Responsibility, blah, blah, blah. And then she shifts. And then
when was this? 2012, you said? No. It wasn't 2012. It was in Coachella. It was like 2019, I think.
She does whatever
the girlfriend breakup is at a separate instance.
A media scumbag does. She's like,
bro, you should have not said that. In 2019, the fuck are you talking about? Also, it doesn't even make me look bad. It's me being creeped out by Diddy. What the? It wasn't like a Diddy party. It was a Coachella party, which I even forgot about going to and talking about. How many views are we pulling in 2019 streaming? Like 200. It was really funny because like people did the classic thing where they clip me in context. They clip me in context to be like, wow, Hasan went to Diddy parties. And it's like, but then you look at the context and it's like, it's just me talking about how grossed out I was and how freaked out I was about what I saw on a projector. You know what I mean? from 2019. Yeah. The 2 clips they were using was me calling out the weird behavior and dumping my girlfriend for wanting to go to a Diddy party. Yeah. Hasan, if people don't like you, they're not going to watch. No, I know. I'm just explaining this to people that might be confused or something. All right. Can we just watch my goat, Dave Portnoy, tackle anti-Semitism now?
Like, well, she pulls a quote out of her ass from, like, I don't even know, a made-up journal, some professor at, like, the Sportocratic University of something. It's like they say that Barstool Sports creates a culture of harassment and that basically I'm responsible for this happening at my own bar. I never heard the quote. Oh, you're saying some liberal college professor said they don't like Barstool? So I was like, well, who said it? And what is this even journal? We go back and forth. Austin, who's here, started taping it. This piece of shit, let me put it in right now. Here's who I would say is causing that type of environment. All these colleges who let Jewish kids get harassed on campus 24/7. I've been speaking out about this since it started. So these professors, I'd love to know. First of all, that sounds like a made up.
Oh my God, this sucks. I didn't think he was gonna hit the like college campuses have gotten out of control. There's like they got Hamas everywhere. I didn't realize he was hitting those notes. I gave him too much credit. Yeah, because he was so. I mean, first of all, he's still valid to do what he did in terms of the obvious, actually anti-Semitic incident that took place at his bar. And I'll take it one step further and say that it was nice of him to even turn around and be like, I'm gonna actually like use this as a teachable lesson instead of trying to destroy the lives of these kids, these drunk college kids or whatever, which is like an unexpected level of grace from a guy like this. Like, it was a surprisingly mature attitude to take in the situation. I'm a big sucker for people who are invested in rehabilitation. So I even mentioned that. But now he's over here being like, oh, the college campuses, they got Hamas terrorists everywhere, dog.
I don't know what that quote is. The Society of Sport. Where are the professors from? Where are the professors
like,
from?
I don't think Dave Portnoy gives a single shit about Israel. Here's a guy who is so, by my estimation, here is a guy who is so far removed from Israel. There is 0% chance. There is 0% chance he's like a big Israel guy. Okay. As a matter of fact, I feel like it almost feels like a lot of the big time Israel accounts are using him now to be like, oh, he loves Israel now. He's Mr. Israel. He does not give a shit. He's like, Israel, what is that? It's not a Boston suburb. I don't care. Is that, oh, you mean Israel Adesanya? Yeah, he's a real fighter, that guy. All right. Don't talk to me about any other Israel related shit. What do they got? They got pizza? Is that a pizza store? I don't want it. Didn't even know he was Jewish until now. Yeah, I don't know when. I think I found out that he was Jewish when I saw him wearing a yarmulke and waving the Israeli flag at the Bryce Mitchell fight, the neo-Nazi fight. Like, he is so Boston. He is Boston through and through, okay? When you're that Boston, I feel like when you're that Boston, you turn into a man who is Irish Catholic no matter what. It doesn't matter what your background is. Oh no, don't show me this. There's no country that's consistently attacked by the enemies then used restraint in defending themselves despite superior military more than Israel. I want peace for all innocents in the Middle East. I also fully support Israel. Oh God, stick to pizza reviews. Oh God, spoke too soon. I was wrong. He is an Israel guy. I wonder if he's a post-October 7 Israel guy.
Send you the article.
Well, why don't you answer where are the professors from?
And let's look back and then go back and see if you want to waste time.
Well, no, you're quoting two people. I have no idea who they are from a made-up journal. So tell me where the professors are
They're
from.
from the University of Virginia.
Okay, so
It's a made-up university.
no, that's a real university. I'd like to know where they're getting their information. I don't like quotes that I have no idea where they're coming from. I totally disagree for what you just said. Who's creating more hate right now in the world? When you say Barstool Sports and the white men or college campuses?
No, listen. The reason why I didn't think he was like this is because he has moments of clarity sometimes where he cuts through like all the Trump shit, and we cover it a lot on this broadcast where he'll be like, listen, I don't know what the fuck these Republicans are doing with abortion. Just leave abortion back to the individual woman. I'm not exactly a big time feminist, but I don't think we should be touching women's bodies like that. You know, that type of shit. And it's like, hate when college campuses create hate and division. Yeah. Barstool shilling gambling their college age fans. He's kind of out of the morality game. No, I never said he's a moral arbiter. I'm just saying that there are interesting moments of moral clarity in Dave Portnoy's life that I think makes him a interesting figure to cover, which is precisely the reason why I thought he would have probably hit a different note on this, and he wouldn't be like one of these like, oh, these college campuses are where hate is actually coming from type of guy.
You go ahead and answer.
No, that was a question to you.
I'm the journalist. I'm asking.
Well, I don't play by those rules. What does that mean? You're a journalist? I'm a journalist. I run a big media organization. I just asked you a question.
Let's answer the question.
No.
He's a Boston man. You thought he wouldn't be racist to Arabs? No. That's a good question. No, I I didn't think he would be woke on that. I would have just thought that maybe this would be another one of those issues where he's just like, I kind of understand where the kids are coming from. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I thought. Does that seem that far-fetched to think of Dave Porter being like, I kind of get it. They really got to stop killing all these kids, man. That type of shit. Maybe I'm wish casting. But because he has that air to him. Rehabilitation for white people and just white people is a classic. Oh, you're talking about him? No, I think one of the dudes was like Muslim. I think one of the dudes that did it was like literally named Muhammad or some shit. I don't know if I got duped by Hosborough accounts or not.
I asked you a question. You answer the question. You answer the question.
You're not running this interview.
All right, then the interview's over.
Look at the way he got up, yo. Look, this is supposed to be his big moment. Look at the way he got up. Hold
Organization. I just asked you a question.
Let's answer the question.
No, I asked you a question. You answer
That was so sassy.
the question. You answer the question.
You're not running this interview.
All right, then the interview's over.
Oh, incredible. Amazing. The way he got up. That little arm wiggle. Zesty as hell.
Fucking asshole. So you can't ask me questions. I'm a journalist. You ambushed me with a made-up fucking quote from a made-up fucking, fucking journal from two professors, I guess, at Virginia.
He's so angry, he's spitting.
Let me ask you this. Where do you think more hate is happening? Barstool Sports or college campuses across this fucking country. This piece of shit, ABC, the person who set it up, gave me one reporter, bait and switch to the other. Fuck ABC. Fuck ABC. People are, it makes me mad. I forgot how much I hate fucking journalists, this fucking piece of shit.
Update. There's more to the drama. Quick update. Mo Khan is no longer taking any responsibility for involvement for Fuck the Jews sign and Barstool Samson. He is basically lawyering up and blaming it all on his friend now and is saying he was just a citizen journalist. It is a 180 for my convo with him yesterday. Needless to say, his trip to Poland has been revoked. Okay, he found out. Okay, double update. He found out that Auschwitz is not in Germany and is, as a matter of fact, in Poland.
All right. Another update from the sign situation at Barstool Sam.
This has been very instructive for Dave. He's learned new things like Auschwitz is not in Germany, but instead in Poland. I'm proud of him. Okay, these are baby steps.
Street, which I am so sick of dealing with, but obviously going to deal with. So last time I'm like, I thought about it. I'm going to send the two people responsible to Poland, to Auschwitz concentration camps, and try to make it a teaching lesson.
He keeps saying, I want to send them to concentration camps. I'm going to send your ass to Auschwitz. Really teach you a lesson.
I talked to both of them on the phone. Both of them took accountability. Both of them were like, yeah, we did this. and we're willing to go and try to learn. Well, then I see a now deleted, I think it was an Instagram or Snapchat story of one of the kids, Mo Khan, the one who posted the video. And he has this long speech, we'll put it in, claiming he was just being a citizen journalist. He was just documenting his college life.
I need to set the record straight regarding the incident that took place at Barstool Sports. As part of my regular series of posting videos on my experience as a college student in Philadelphia, I documented what took place as a citizen journalist. Okay, dude. I sincerely regret any hurt or ill feelings this caused. Neither I nor anyone whose username was tagged in the video I posted, paid, or requested that sign. The credit card and ID on the table wasn't mine either. I do not support the awful message contained in that sign. I made the poor decision to record and upload it. Since the video went public, I faced serious threats to my safety, which has been overwhelming. I shared that not to shift focus, but only to show the weight of this for everyone. I abhor hate in all of its forms. I was raised to respect and be amicable with all people. I hope honest and open dialogue can come out of this incident so we can address the deeper realities of the world we live in. Bro said, I don't want to go to Poland, man. He's like, nah, not for me. Broccoli hair apology. Yes. Broccoli hair ChatGPT apology. This is 100% a ChatGPT ass apology. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, he went with the it's bigger than all of us. I abhor hate in all of its forms. I was raised to respect and be amicable with all people. I hope honest and open dialogue can come out of this incident so we can address the deeper realities of the world we live in. ChatGPT, can you please write an apology for me paying for a sign at a bar that said "fuck the Jews"? With what I've learned and will continue to learn, I hope to help create a safer space for everyone. I thank you to those who've reached out with support and guidance. It means more than I can say. Oh my God. What the fuck?
He had nothing to do with the sign. Didn't buy it, and nothing to do with it. Then
he found out. At first he thought, oh, we're going to Berlin, baby. And because, he also thought that Auschwitz was in Germany. And then he found out, no, he's actually going to Poland because that's where Auschwitz is. He was like, no, I didn't do this. Somebody else did this. I don't want to be a part of this. Get me off this ride. I thought we were going to fucking Berghain or whatever. I thought we were going to Berlin where we're going to get some doner. Okay? Mustafas Gemüse Döner, I thought.
Even know what it was. He's just being a citizen journalist. Quite literally a 180 from when I talked to him. So I called up Mo. He presses record. It's a little message. Hey, this call is being recorded. He's like, I'm with my parents or whatever. I'm like, Mo, what's going on? Like, we need some accountability. You hand up. I did it. I fucked up. I'm stupid. Like, let's try to learn from this. And he's like, well, I had nothing to do with it. I felt pressured into admitting that I had anything to do with it. This is the kid who uploaded the video laughing and being like, fuck the Jews. The kid who uploaded to Instagram. He's like, well,
I'm not going to lie. Dave is 100% right. And I can't believe I'm saying this. But like, he literally extended grace to these dudes who he could have obliterated. Okay? He could have genuinely been, he could have been way fucking worse. He has a massive media franchise, and this dude got a free trip to Europe, to Poland. Okay, fair, but still to Europe, and it probably would have been like a Barstool thing. He probably would have made content out of it, and instead he turned around and boofed it for no reason. I think Dave is 100% correct in being like, what the fuck are you doing, dumbass? Like, I gave you the unironic opportunity of a fucking lifetime, and instead you just turned around and flipped it for no reason.
Name's already out there.
Also, I'm joking about Poland. Poland is sick. It's come on. It's fake. I'm being fake mean.
I'm like, yeah, hey, asshole. You fucking uploaded this to Instagram. I didn't put your fucking name out there. Other people got it because you uploaded it to Instagram. You had a good laugh about it. And he's like, no, it wasn't me. I would never do that. I'm like, well, I'm getting a million DMs about you, including like another anti-Semitic joke like six months ago.
Oh my God. You're so dumb, dude. This kid is so fucking stupid and also anti-Semitic as shit. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Zoomers are so fucking cooked. It's over, dude. Throw this country in the trash. We are so cooked. We are so unimaginably cooked. This country is in the shitter. Zoomers unironically have the most Hitlerian politics. What the fuck happened? I saw the here, this video actually it sums it up perfectly. Okay, hold on. What's the guy? What's this dude? What's his fucking name? The generational divide between old Zoomers and young Zoomers. There's a major generational divide between old Zoomers and young Zoomers, and I watched a fucking YouTube meme video earlier today, and it was pretty good. From a small thing or man carrying things. Thank you. Man carrying thing. He did a fantastic, quick little meme on it. Hold on, where the hell is it?
Well,
nope, that's not the right one. Oh, basically the two types of Gen Z.
how was my day? Let me tell you. I began it with a charitable contribution to a progressive political candidate in my district. Local politics are important to follow if you want to strengthen your community. Then I proceeded to take my 2 rescue dogs. I'd changed their names, but they only respond to those ones now. After which I drove to my job where I make minimum wage with 0 benefits. Then finally, I joined my college friends for a rep screening of a beloved 1980s horror classic. What did you do?
Cried.
That's it?
I liked some racist tweets and then cried.
At least you sound remorseful about it.
I wasn't.
I'm only a few years older than you. I feel like we shouldn't be this different.
And yet we are. You always do this.
Do what?
You think everything can be fixed.
Well, if we all work together, we can make the world at least a little better.
Soy boy.
Wait, I get it now. It was COVID. It hit everyone hard, but you guys were still in high school or college. It isolated you. It made all of your social lives online. It's why the Minecraft movie is the first sense of community you've ever felt.
Or you're just the sad dingleberry hanging off of the millennial's metaphorical ass. Okay. You're a Walmart brand millennial. We're the real Gen Z.
Maybe this is merely the result of Gen Z being both teenagers and in their late 20s. In a few years, the differences will probably even out.
That's kind of a boring conclusion.
Yeah. Have a nice day, everyone.
You should have ended it with the Gen Z saying Heil Hitler or something. But yeah, COVID hit when I was in college. What am I? I don't know, but like this is straight up a real generational divide for Gen Z.
Right.
Like it's so correct. He fucking nailed it. Birthday between 2005 and 2012. You are literally a drama pervert online with an anonymous account with Hitlerian tendencies. Probably used to be a fan of mine at a certain point, and then turned into one of the weirdest reactionaries I've ever encountered in my whole life. Where you talk about like being a Strasserite. I guess Strasserite is old hat, but like the modernized version of a Strasserite. And you're basically Hitler Youth, okay? You're basically fucking Hitler Youth. And then the type 1 is truly exactly like Bernie bros that are still holding on, which is comprised of my entire fucking audience at this point. These are the guys that stuck around and still think that change can happen as long as we push hard enough. And these are the guys who were like, I actually did my due diligence and I went and I protested a little bit. And then I realized none of that fucking matters. So now I'm a nihilistic edgelord who believes everything that Adolf Hitler believed. Literally. Why are you acting like your generation didn't have 4chan? I think millennials are fail-ennials, okay, for sure. And they're boring, they're annoying. They got a shitty end of the bargain in terms of like graduating from college post 2008 market crash. But the generation is so large that it extends all the way to fucking 40. So there are people who actually avoided that outcome, or at least like suffered in that outcome as well. Having said that, fail-ennials are closely resembling this archetype still, I think. Their politics are not as brain broken. Obviously the worst, I don't really do generational politics unless we're just memeing. But I would say that fail-ennials are like a lot of fail-ennials I think like grew up on Tumblr, younger fail-ennials like myself. I didn't grow up on Tumblr, but like people of my generation did, and developed some weird politics because of that. But it was like still, they either became like libtards or have Bernie-crat tendencies. No one holds a candle to how brain broken Gen X is, though. That's it. Gen X is the absolute worst generation, hands down. Like, they're worse than the fucking boomers. We all joke about boomers. But like when we talk about boomers, we're talking about Gen X, the lead poison generation. They are so awful on every metric. They are so violent. They are so reactionary. They make up the MAGA base. Them and the young Zoomers whose brains were also broken by COVID. Gen X helped raised Gen Z. True. Yes. But they also, that goes both ways. Gen X, if you have like awful parents with awful politics, you end up usually having radical politics in the opposite direction where you become, like a Marxist-Leninist or whatever. Whereas I think the younger Gen Z are brain broken specifically because of COVID and not because their parents' politics were awful. Slash was sending me some fucking annoying, he loves sending me those like annoying fucking dime square ass dummies.